Hi, welcome back to those returning and welcome to those new here. Today we'll be moving through a restorative yoga practice. When you're ready, roll your back down onto your yoga mat. This practice is perfect for both those who are feeling stiff and are in need for longer holds in your yoga poses, or the opposite if you've been moving around, working out a lot, and you need a rest but still want some movement in your day. Since we are doing restorative poses, let's start to deepen our breaths in and deepen our breaths out. No need for a specific pattern, just a deeper inhale-exhale than your normal range of breath to release any stiffness or tension. First movement, breathe in and tuck the knees into your belly. Option to bring hands to your kneecaps, and we're just going to pedal those knees forward and back, opening up the hip flexors. For those just wanting stillness, hug the knees tightly towards your belly for 3 breaths, and then drop your knees to the outer edges for 3 breaths. For those doing the movement, let's start to do knee circles. 3 to 5 going one direction, 3 to 5 the other direction. Find stillness and draw the palms down to your shins. Inhale, exhale, lift the head and shoulders and kiss the forehead towards the knees. Cross at the wrists and catch hold of the outer edges of your feet with your fingers. Find a gentle tug. Flex the feet and pull them forward, stretching the arms, tops of the shoulders, and in between your shoulder blades. As you breathe out, melt back into the earth, releasing the hands, slowly dropping the soles of the feet to your yoga mat. Heel toe the feet to the outer edges of your yoga mat, bring your arms to a T position, and sway the knees from left to right in a windshield wiper motion. Continue this movement, or if you'd like to hold, drop your knees to one side and hold, gently drawing the inner knee towards the yoga mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. If you are holding that pose, switch knees to the other side, gently drawing your inner knee towards the yoga mat. If you tend to clench your jaw, just a reminder to unclench the jaw and soften the eyes. Breathe in and lift the knees back to center. When you exhale out, tuck the knees towards the outer edges of your rib cage. Forearms wrap around your shin bones. Stay here in modified happy baby. For those wanting the full pose, point the soles of your feet to the sky. Hands catch hold of the ankles, outer edges of your feet, or big toes. Try all variations to see which one is most restorative. In any of those variations, if the head or shoulders come off the mat so that you can reach for your feet, go ahead and melt the head and shoulders back down on the mat. If it's too intense, readjust your grip. We want this to be relaxing and restorative. So much so that you could sway that happy baby from left to right. Close your eyes and remain here for about 10 to 12 rounds of breathing. Continuing that deep breath, we tend to shorten or hold our breath throughout our day, so taking this moment to fill our lungs, followed by fully emptying out the air in your lungs. Just as if you're decluttering a room, decluttering the airways in your lungs. Let's do a few more side-to-side motions in Happy Baby or Ananda Balasana. Come back to center in Happy Baby pose, releasing the hands. Let the soles of the feet fall to the earth. Gentle and slow. There's nothing to rush towards in this practice. Our next pose will be Ardha Halasana or Waterfall. A few variations. You can bend the knees if lengthened legs feels too heavy, or scoot your mat and glutes next to a wall so that your legs can rest against that wall. Notice how the arms feel. See if you want an adjustment. I sometimes like my arms by my side to support, but there's other times where I like my hands above my head, sloppily bent, kind of like a diamond shape, and that allows more space for my chest to open. Hold Waterfall with your deep breathing. We're not stuck in a pose. I know sometimes this can be a lot, especially if your feet go numb. You're not stuck in stillness. You can switch up the variation. Now picturing the tension in your feet that you use to walk and stand throughout your day, falling into your yoga mat. Tension and knots in the soles of your feet unraveling. Moving that imagery now to your shins and calves. Tightness and stiffness unraveling and falling to your yoga mat. Now bringing it to the quads and hamstrings. Muscle fibers slowly untangling and unraveling towards the earth. Beautiful waterfall pose. Go ahead and bend the knees if they haven't been bent already. Drop the soles of the feet down. If arms were above your head, guide them down by your side. Inhale, lengthen the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and press the knee away from your chest. Set the right ankle just above the left knee, finding figure 4. Inhale, exhale, hug figure 4 into your chest. If hands can reach, wrap hands around the left hamstring. You should be feeling the stretch in the outer right hip. For my more flexible people, if you can't feel that stretch, bring your hands to your knee and foot and actively hug the foot towards your chest but push the knee away from your body. This pulling and pressing motion will activate the hip a little bit more. As we hold, fill your lungs with air. Fill them as much as you're able. Non-forcing, just a deeper breath in. Once you fill those lungs, exhale out. Non-forcing, just gently emptying until the lungs feel empty. Continue this cycle in silence. Beautiful figure 4. Set the left sole of your foot on your yoga mat. Carefully unwind your top leg, lengthening it to the sky. Drop the right foot to the earth. Inhale, lengthen the left leg, figure 4, other side. Bend the leg. Turn the shin bone away from you, left ankle just above the right knee. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, hug your figure 4 into your chest. This side is definitely my tighter side, but when I pull it up and hug my figure 4 into my chest, I can't quite reach. So instead, I'm holding onto my left leg at the foot and knee. I can slowly pull the shin bone away from my right knee, activating my hip a little bit more. Since we're holding this pose for a while, as I breathe, I'll eventually be able to hug that right knee into my chest. This is why restorative poses are very important and why we hold them for a while. Sometimes when we flow in and out of a pose for a single breath in and out, we can't make it to that full variation. This also applies to advanced poses. Sometimes in a yoga practice, we only spend about 30 seconds in a pose. Advanced poses need about 2 to 5 minutes, especially if it's your first time attempting an advanced pose. So take this last moment in your figure 4 to remember your restorativeness and send it to a future vinyasa flow. Let's continue holding figure 4 for about 2 to 3 rounds of breathing. Next breath out, release the sole of your foot on the earth. Unwind your leg to the sky. Drop it down next to the right. Extend the legs. Moving on to a full body stretch, or my favorite, core stretch. Inhale, lengthen the arms above your head. 2 options as you hold this pose. You can bend the elbows and clasp hands around bent elbows. Here I've shown this variation. Or here's me showing the next variation, arms extended, hands clasped together. Stay in the one that feels more restorative. Deeper breath in, pull armpits and rib cage away from the hip bones. Pull ankles and knees away from the hips. You should feel the body move a little bit, and then as you exhale, I want you to hold that pose so you feel a nice elongated abdomen and spine. At your own pace now, let's find 2 to 3 more rounds of breath. Beautiful. Exhale, unwind the arms and hands. Bring them by your sides. Let's now bring knees into reverse tabletop. Lift the right knee above the other and stack it over the left. Try to pull the feet closer towards your shoulders and then let the feet and shins hang heavy. Inhale to reach your arms forward. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders and catch hold of the outer edges of your feet. Then relax the head and shoulders back down. 2 variations. You can either lift the feet high, shins parallel to the earth, or drop the heels towards the hips, drawing the knees away from your chest. Both variations are our cow-facing legs. If you're unable to reach the outer edges of your feet, you can catch hold of the ankles or calves. You're not stuck in one variation. Allow yourself to switch from one variation to the other, finding relief in the hips. We're almost done with our practice. Notice if maybe this is your first time or it's been a while doing restorative yoga, if you feel tense from moving slowly. Allow yourself to not be rushed. Move slowly. Release stiffness, releasing that need to accomplish a task at a fast pace. Come out of this pose the same way we came in. To prevent a slingshot motion, drop the heels, lift the head and shoulders, then release the hands from the feet. Unwind the legs, come back into reverse tabletop. Think about rotating the heels towards your face so it will be easier to catch hold of them. Inhale to lengthen the arms. Exhale, sit up. Catch hold of the foot or the outer edge of your calf/ankle. Slowly roll the head and shoulders back down to your yoga mat. Move through one or both of the cow-facing variations. Shins parallel to the earth or heels drawing down towards the hips. Stacked knees press away from your belly. No need to feel like you're stuck in one variation. As you find your pose, notice that there's nothing to fix here. You're just holding and breathing, allowing that breath in and out to be your movement in your yoga practice. If you're like me and your mind likes to wander, bring just awareness to the rising of your chest and belly and falling of your spine into your yoga mat. We have one more pose after this. Let's find a few more rounds of breath. No need to count. I'll cue you out of it. Beautiful. Gently release. Come out of that pose the same way you came in. Start to lengthen the legs and lengthen the arms by your side, palms facing up to the sky. If you're new to Savasana, try it in this traditional stance. If you already know a stance that you like, head to a modification. Prevent yourself from fidgeting around. So now we'll find strength in this posture, strength in stillness, corpse pose or Shavasana. It's okay to feel resistance as you try to stop yourself from moving. Welcome in that resistance and send any need for movement in your inhale and exhale breath. I leave you here in Shavasana. Beautiful. Inhale in. As you inhale in, break away from stillness. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Readjust your arms. Bend your knees. Option to stay on your spine or tuck the knees in and roll off to a favorite side, coming into fetal pose. Taking 2 to 3 breaths there, and then heading to a seated position when you're ready. Reflecting over your practice, remembering how you feel, sending gratitude for finding restorativeness. With that in mind, hands to heart center, bow forward to end your practice. Namaste. Thank you, and please subscribe at Shaped by Kate.